Have you ever walked into a careers fair and felt full of hope and, anticipation, excitement that you're going to find out the information and the secret sauce that's going to sort everything out for your future, only to come out of the event and feel like you're more confused, more overwhelmed than ever? That's how I felt today, really. I wanted to go in there and take some golden nuggets of information and find a job. The only thing is, they're not really there to give you a job. They're just there to tell you about their companies and what they can offer and point you to their websites. I'm not saying that's a wrong thing or a bad thing. That's the setup and that's the way it is. And for some people it's helpful. But it's difficult in the job market, because even they're telling me that when I'm explaining to them what abilities and skills I've got, it's a lot of them turn around and say, well, these jobs do come up, but they're not, maybe, I know they're not there at the moment. We've got about 21 jobs and they're not necessarily the ones that's going to apply to you in this case at this time, but keep looking. Anyway, I just wanted to say a few things today about how, now I've been to a few of these careers fairs, I wanted to just say a few things about how I would approach them in the future, how I try to approach them today, and listen to other people as well, see how they approach them. They're not all bad. There's information there and there's people there who can help. But anyway, before I do that, I did manage to take some video of the event. Well, not really the event, but after the event, I managed to record a little bit. So I'll just show you that now. Hello, my name's James and welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm at the National Transition event at Mission Motorsport at Silverstone. I've been around the careers fair and basically I just popped outside to have a look at the garages underneath Silverstone where the cars are kept. Interesting place, and just gonna have a look at the track, see what happens out here. So yeah, I was at the National Transition event, which is held at Silverstone. It's sponsored, a big part of it is sponsored by Mission Motorsport, amongst others, but Mission Motorsport is, I think, the organiser. I think it's been going about 6 years. It's the biggest transition event in the country. It is geared towards forces, ex-forces, veterans, families of. It's a good event. I never even heard of it before. No one ever told me about it before. And I'm just lucky that when I was told about it, it was in a few days' time. So I popped myself down there and give it a good go. It is worth going. I keep saying that, and I'm maybe trying to convince myself it was a good day. But you never know how good a day it was, unless you follow up on these things and you get some results. And but one thing is guaranteed: Silverstone is a very cool place, especially if you're into motorsport. I'm not particularly, but when in Rome, it's like it's an interesting sport. We'll show you more about it. Basically, on your approach to Silverstone, it's like it's weird. You come off, I can't remember which road it is. You come off. It's when you come off the M40 going towards Northampton, and it's before Towcaster. And you go down there. You take a left. You swing around. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to build up to it. But you swing off the road. You come under the road, I think it is. Anyway, you come out, and it's sort of like opens up, and it suddenly becomes what looks like a town, a size of a town by itself. This race circuit and the track, and the industries around it, big motorsport industries, big buildings. You can just tell that they're there because of the racetrack, and they obviously use it all the time, and everybody, I think, supports. Is a community of motorsport there. Anyway, that's enough about the place. Back to why I was there, which is a careers fair. Got a little bit more video for you to watch. The event itself is packed with companies and lots of leads for opportunities for jobs in different companies. I don't think it's a waste of time coming. I think it was good, definitely good, but you're still no closer to get anything, except, I guess, again, depends how much effort you're going to put into following things up, and there's so much information, and people they want to pass that information, but it's difficult to cover your relevant experiences to what's good for you. I'll take a little break to come outside, get some fresh air. I'm on the Silverstone, next to Silverstone racetrack right now, in the pit area. So I guess I'm quite lucky, because most people don't get this opportunity unless they have a race day or something. I'm just going to see if any racing cars about to start. Shouldn't be long. Yeah, sorry, it's been a really long day today. I haven't been back very long. I'm so tired, but I wanted to get this video done, so I'll crack on. So I've had I haven't had any success at all, because I'd have landed a job by now if I had success, but I've had success in the sense that I've managed to get myself some interviews in the past, and things like that. In the past, I've made some contacts at careers fairs, which have paid off eventually, maybe put ideas in my head, so that type of thing. But when you go to these places, this one is particularly big, and it can be daunting, and there's definitely a right way and a wrong way to approach this type of thing. You really, if you can, find out what companies are there before, look on the sites. I didn't know, but if I went again next year, I'd have some idea of the type of companies that are there. This particular careers fair is obviously big into motorsports and the motor industry. Well, I was expecting to see more of that, to be honest, at the fair, but I didn't see so much. I'm not sure if I missed something. I think there's part of the fair, there's talks at the fair, like where that place is anyway. There's separate talks and like workshops, they call it, and things where you can go and listen to people speaking about certain industries. I didn't even know about that, because I went straight to where the jobs stands were. But maybe next time I'll check it out. Now I know that it happens in France afterwards. But it's definitely right way and the wrong way to approach it. I think what you need to do when you first get there is decide who the most important people you want to speak to are. So if you want to specifically work in a type of industry, search out where these people are, the fair was that big, it was divided into 3 main halls, and there was other rooms and offshoots off it with different bits in it. So find out where the industry you want to work is. They're usually gathered, the same type of things are gathered in the same place, so find out where they are. So say it was renewable energy, I think they were in room 2, hall 2, mainly down the middle part of it. And there was lots of different companies from renewable energy, and some were training companies, some were employers, and some were like worked in safety. It's that type of thing. So when you go, you want to, your day can be eaten up very quickly, because all you're doing is talking to people, and you're spending maybe half an hour with some people just talking about a specific line of work or interest, and the conversations are, they are interesting, but you've got to think, what am I here for? What particular area or field am I looking at? I mean, you can be open to everything and be open to everything, but initially you want to make sure you do those things that you want to look at, the industries you want to look at. The other thing I would suggest is, it used to be a case of they'd give you business cards, and you go away with these business cards and things like that. And now everything's done on those little, what are they called? The codes, the little square codes. I'll show you in a second. So this was the brochure that you get when you go there. Welcome to the program. Tells you what's in different halls, what type of industry. So tech's in free, training's in free. So that renewables, like I said, in hall 2. Services, professional, hall 2. Military, business, village. It's got ex-forces, enterprises, lots of forces, charity type stuff. There's lots of forces, charities out there, but I've never been too involved with them. I always thought like I was work, I didn't need them, and I'm personally a bit dubious and I stay away from them. But they've got their place, and I did speak to the Safa one. That was, I've spoken before. I made a bit of a connection with them. They were quite good. They've never done anything for me, but I've got a respect for Safa as an organisation. What else? Troops Track Day. I was supposed to go out to a track, and basically the ticket that you go to this event is a free ticket, and you also get a token which takes you. You can go as a passenger in the cars. I'll show you a bit more of that video in a minute. But what I was going to get at was they have those. Second. These like little scan code things. So they tell you, they don't give you a business card. What they do is they get you to scan this with your phone, your smartphone, and then put your details down, and then you register your interest, and then you'll get some email or information back about the company. Now these different scan codes are obviously different things. So sometimes they take you direct to their job site, and sometimes they'll take you, well, one of them, I was talking to, I'm not sure where it is now. I was talking to a guy from Natural Gas, I think it's called, his company. There's not a lot of places where I live, but I'd have to travel miles to go there. But they were keen on me doing like a follow-up thing. So there's a job site with a little scan code, and there's also a place which took you to the recruiter, and the recruiter you'd send your CV to the recruiter, and the recruiter would see what your CV was good at, and he'd pass it within the company. He'd direct it to different people within the company. He said he knew a lot about the industry, but he wasn't a subject matter expert in everything, and there was transferable skills maybe that would work with different jobs. So that was good. That was interesting. Yeah, basically I was showing you this brochure. There's lots of different probably can't see it very well from there, but there's breaks it down with different industries. I'm just going to show you quickly what other industries are there. It was Next. Here the Next, the clothes people. They've got some link with Help for Heroes, and they're trying to promote military in their company at the moment. Again, I think, do I trust it? I don't know. I just think it's like it's another way they try and tap into something. I think that everyone wants to cherry pick the best people they can get, don't they? And I think it'd be the same in lots of industries. LifeWorks, I spoke to LifeWorks as a company. Royal British Legion Industries, I never heard of them, but apparently they help veterans and things like that. There's quite a few. I won't bore you with all of them. I'll have a quick look. Services in Southern Trent, so Southern Trent Services. It's like a British Forces. It's like they make films and things like that. They were quite interesting. They were really interesting. I wouldn't mind doing that because they do a lot of. They do a course in production managers course, which seemed really interesting. Redeploy, which basically matches your military qualifications, civilian qualifications, skills you didn't realise you had. I mean, I think it's good for anyone to sort of, you do have skills in jobs, you just don't know you have them. You've managed things before, but the civilian speak on your CV would put it this way, which you'd think you'd never call yourself this, but actually you are this because you can do this. The skills you develop over time, and Redeploy is a company that helps you reword and rename and help you with CV writing, that sort of thing. I don't even know what it is. Talis. Talis is a massive company. I think they specialise in equipment like electronic systems equipment. So lots of systems used in, I think even in motor racing. They use it in the space shuttle. They use it in weapons systems and things like that. So, but they're such a big company. You haven't got to be a computer expert to work for Talis. They've got their own security. They've got their own operations management types of things. So all these companies are big companies. Ops training specialises in renewable energy training. To work in the renewable energy sector, you have to have certain courses which would qualify you to work, and otherwise you can't work on things like windmills and things like wind farms. I won't go through loads and loads of them. There's one there for people with specialist security clearance, which would there's certain jobs that require special security clearance, and it's a company that look for jobs in the industry. Security Service Group, SSG, they specialise in detection alarms in armouries, things like that. So I'll probably apply for that one as well. It's an interesting type of job. Building Heroes, Building Heroes. I've got hopefully the guy I'm seeing next week is from Building Heroes, and he's going to hopefully put me in the right direction for some jobs. Let's just quickly, right. There's quite a few. Safa, like I said, Safa, if you recognise that. Basically, you go to these places, right, and everyone's got this little tote bags, and they give them away. Long give them away. I've got a load of pens that the companies they give you out pens with their names on, sort of thing. That's like on the side there, renewable energy type sort of stuff. Different universities are there, campuses and stuff, and they tell you what courses. It's like a miniaturized version of their prospectus, what you call it. Lots of degree stuff. That to do a degree, I have to go and do a degree, or even if it's part-time or at home or something. I need a job, not another course. Coasters, little notepads, stickers. So they give you all this sort of stuff. Everyone goes around. In the past, I've always avoided collecting all this tat, and it's just not me. But it's pretty much, you sort of like, you don't have much of a choice really. They want you to take it away. It's rude not to, because you've just spent time talking to them, and they want you to go away with the information as much as you want to go there. The thing is, like I was saying, you go there and you got to plan your day out. You got to plan who you're going to see first and what's important to you. You want to make a connection with the people that you want to speak to, but you want them to feel a connection with you, and you want to be memorable to you. So make sure it's maybe like a firm handshake. Give them a little bit of background yourself. If you talk about something, when you get back to these people, you should get back to these people, the ones you want to get back to, email them, contact them if you've got their email, or contact, or try and get their names off them, and then speak to them directly by name. Oh, do you remember me? My name is James, and we spoke for a while about this. I've got this background, and I am interested in doing this. I've got my CV. Is it possible to have a look at it? That is, I think, the way to go. I didn't do it. I mean, I haven't been to one of these for a long time, and I was there a bit like a rabbit with headlights in my eyes, sort of thing. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how to approach it really. It was overwhelming. There was so many companies there. I say overwhelming. It's in a sense of you don't know where to turn because they're all around you, and you want to speak to the right person. You want to speak to the person that's going to land you a job. Now, that ain't going to happen. They're there to give you information about their companies. Like I say, click on those little things and take you to, go away, have a look at that sort of thing. What other companies I haven't mentioned? I think it was Southwest Rail, Sky. I asked Sky, did they have any jobs? Because I've applied, like I might have said before, I applied to Virgin Media, but Sky, I asked them, did they have any jobs? And go, well, what would you like to do? Would you like to be a presenter? Would you like to be a cameraman? I was thinking, no, I just want to fix cables and do some construction type sort of things, like, when people come to your house and fix your Sky. But Sky's bigger than that. Sky's a big company, and that's what I mean when, like, you might start speaking to someone and you think, just a minute, I didn't even think about it as an opportunity, and maybe if I'm not thinking of it, somebody else isn't thinking about it. You know what I mean? Obviously, as you get older, I think this because I'm cynical, but as you get older, I think there's less opportunities presented to you, but it doesn't mean there aren't any opportunities, and I think you've got to be ready for them when they do happen. Anyway, I'll end there. If you've got any information out of this or interested in, think you might go to a careers fair, I'd give it a go. I mean, at the end of the day, wherever you go, it's going to be an experience. It'd be a morning or afternoon, a whole day even out of your life. It took me a long time. That's why I'm recording in the kitchen, because I ran out of light again. I had some jobs to do at home, so I had to come back, do these jobs, and then time I finished everything, I say jobs or errands, it got dark and I couldn't record. So today it's another recording in my kitchen. I don't like doing that, but that's the way it goes. I started waffling, haven't I? Just I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching this far, and hopefully I've given some insights to maybe how you should approach a careers fair in the future, if you get one. If you do, look for them. There's not just military ones, there's other ones, and there's insight days which are specifically for certain careers. If you're unemployed, I don't feel like I'm coming from a stance of an expert at all, because I haven't got a job and I'm still trying to find it. But the more I do it, the more I understand that how far you need to put yourself out to get a job. How far you need to go out of your comfort zone, make the effort to get a job. It's not easy, especially these days. Anyway, thank you. Subscribe if you're still here. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. It's fine. But thank you for listening to me this far. See you later.
Wednesday. I feel like we need to make sure I'm happy with it.